Afternoon, I should say, or good morning almost. Okay, so this is interesting. 35 years ago there was My Bloody Valentine, as you know, but 36 years ago there was Pickup Summer, or Pinball Summer as it's known in Ottawa as I remember it. So fine Canadian film, like a Canadian kind of meatballs type of a movie. And if you haven't seen it, you're in for a huge surprise. Nothing horror related, but it's super fantastic. How many people here have seen Pinball Summer? Hands up. Who has not seen Pinball Summer? Wow. Okay, this is going to be cool. Don't expect horror and you'll be all set, but the horror connection is the tie between My Bloody Valentine. So as we are celebrating 35 years of My Bloody Valentine, I thought it appropriate to bring 4 cast members and the director, who also appear in this film, back with us. So we got George Mahalka, who's the director of the film, and we got 3 wonderful cast members to come up and talk about it. We're going to do a cast introduction, we're going to show the movie, and after the movie we're going to come back with a cast Q&A that has never been done before. So Pickup Summer, live, never been done before, and we're going to be introducing it by the cast. So please welcome, without further ado, director George Mahalka. Followed by biker punk Tom Kovacs and Bert live. Followed by his biker punk sidekick Rob Stein. And last but not least, the lovely star Ellen Udy.
Hey guys, that's too early to watch a movie. Thank God you guys came out. Yeah. Welcome and hope you enjoy it.
Well, let's say a little bit more. So, Pickup Summer, 35 years ago, done before My Bloody Valentine. 36 years ago. Give a little, I don't know, just give a little rundown of how you felt about the film, a little teaser maybe for the Q&A. Yeah, we'll start with George.
We had an opportunity. We were all really young, and it was our first film, and we had an opportunity to do something very different and funny. We had an opportunity to make a bit of a satire on all the beach party bingo kind of drive-in movies that they were making in those days, and we just turned it on its head a little bit, and instead of surfing competitions, we said, why not a pinball competition? And then we just took a bunch of the most iconic characters, bikers from Wild Bun, or all those kinds of things, and we put them together into a mashup, and said, let's do a drive-in movie, and have a lot of people have a lot of fun. And one of the things we tried to do was add. It was one of the first movies ever that used an original rock and roll soundtrack as opposed to like a movie score. So it's the first time that was done. So we had a lot of fun. We enjoyed ourselves a great deal, and I hope you guys like it too.
Absolutely. All right, Ellen and Tom and Rob, you guys are all very, very different characters in this movie than you were as you graduated to Valentine Bluffs. And Ellen and Tom, you had major roles in the film, possibly for the first time as in a feature film. How was that? How was that for you?
Yeah, it was my first movie. George gave me my big break, and then my second big break.
And then killed you in the second big break. And
he did. He killed me early on that one.
I said, I only date twice.
But I confess that I bugged the poop out of George to give me this role, right? I auditioned for it, and then I just did not stop calling him, hey, do I have the role? Do I have it? Because he held did you publicize it in the newspapers or something? I don't know, but anyway, I remember rooms full of beautiful people, and I was desperate. But when you're 15 years old, you're allowed to be desperate, and it's kind of cute. As you get older, it's not so cute, but I got away with it. Anyway, it was really fun.
How could they not have given the role to you? I mean,
exactly,
seriously.
right?
The cutest thing in the world.
But I was honestly.
It was an easy cast, I'm sure. And your co-star, you remember?
Karen Stevens.
Karen Stevens, yeah.
Yeah, lovely gal.
Yes. And now, Tom, you play biker punk Bert in the movie, leader of the biker gang, and your deal is just stealing the pinball trophy and running away with it because you don't feel you're good enough to beat Michael Zelniker. That's my take on it. Let me hear yours.
That was, you have it perfectly. You've seen the movie a few times, you know it way better than I do.
He was just there to steal every scene.
I was all, whenever George said, I need somebody for this scene, I was there in front of the line going, take me, take me. Yeah, but we don't need a guide, Tom. Take me anyways, take me anyways. Yeah.
Well, you did a wonderful job, and you graduated to Valentine Bluffs and died quickly. But it's it's wonderful to see, and I'm looking forward to sharing it. Now, Rob, you were the biker punk sidekick,
yeah,
with no lines but all kinds of charisma and presence.
Well, we had some lines.
We had some ad libs in there, and a couple of lines, but I think I got hired because I was just big. And
big enough to let the drape.
And knew how to ride a bike.
and well, we had to learn how to ride motorcycles for that. But the thing that I loved about it was that I got to be in a movie. It was my first movie, and I didn't have the pressure of actually having to learn any lines. I got to make them up as we went along, and George would go, yeah, use that. That's good. And so we would do that, and then he would say, like, laugh here, and I got to be the perverted side of me that I'm not.
But all of us know about.
But the thing that's kind of fun about making movies is you get to play characters that you don't have to suffer the consequences of who you were after the role is over or the movie's over. But the cool thing is I had a small part in this movie, but then George brought me in for My Bloody Valentine, and these two guys die, and I don't.
Yeah, payback.
It's payback.
And a lot of times, look for Rob when he says he's laughing. He's not kidding. There's most of it's like 5-minute shots of him laughing with beer coming out of his mouth, hysterically at things that are like moderately funny, but he thinks they're really funny. And then if he's not laughing, he's like fighting and rolling around.
That's acting. That's acting.
I just thought that was a dispute on set, honestly.
That was fun. It was actually really, really fun. From my perspective, it was really fun because like I said, I didn't have the pressure to like carry the movie like Ellen and Tom, but I got to be in a lot of the scenes, so I got to learn a lot about filmmaking and hitting your marks and things that you don't really think about because you're invited into the fantasy of the movie itself. But actors there's a lot they have to think about that they have to do on top of their lines. I didn't have to worry about that.
That's perfect. Well, it is the ultimate romp. Like it's such a fun movie from start to finish. It's rock and roll. It's big boobs. It's like motorcycles and pinball and everything else. It's wonderful, and we're going to check it out. And afterwards, we're going to come back with these lovely people, do a proper Q&A. You guys can ask them whatever you like. This is a super rare screening. I don't know if this has ever been screened. George, you said it's showed in Montreal, but it's certainly never been shown down here. So let's take advantage of a rare opportunity. Enjoy the movie and come back for some Q&A. All right, enjoy Pickup Summer.
All right, guys. Enjoy.